The answer should be no. Well, you can love someone forever no matter what, absolutely. But that doesn't mean you should be with them forever no matter what. If your wife is actively fucking other dudes and humiliating you every chance you get when you don't want her doing that, you probably are better off not being there. You can still love that person, sure. That's natural. But that is still just not good for you, my man. It is just not good for you. Your Honor, my client has been dead for years. This isn't what you're referring... That just triggered something in me that I wanted to talk about and totally forgot. Did any of you see Will Smith and Jada's I am so... this has become my Kardashians. Did any of you see Will Smith and Jada do their most recent... press tour is the wrong word. Their most recent speech, by chance? Did any of you see that? Okay, let me pull it up real quick. So, I'm sure it's not just me that's been highly addicted to Jada doing the best she can to publicly humiliate her husband every chance she gets. So she's made all the statements about, like, you know, Tupac was her real soulmate, Will's this and that, Will's pathetic, he's weak, he makes me sick, I miss Tupac. Also, when Will slapped Chris Rock, I didn't like it and I don't like him, this and that. Well, Will has now spoken up about it. And basically what he did is just be like, yeah, I still love her. And love overcomes everything. Let me pull it up. It's fucking sad. It actually made me sad. And also, there was a great meme. Because for like 24 hours, every couple of hours, there'd be a new crazy statement from Jada about Will. And then eventually someone made a meme that I actually believed at first, where it was Jada Pinkett Smith reveals she's never met Will Smith. Because this was during her, like, third eye opening stage where she just kept dropping bombshells about how they're not actually married. They haven't been married. She wasn't cheating. The entanglement was fine, all that. Where's the video? Why is it not coming up? I watched it last night. Why don't these articles just actually link the video instead of just reference it here? Okay, best I can give you is this transcription, I guess. Because for some reason they're just not linking it. Yeah. But basically he comes back, he's like, our relationship has been one big sloppy social experiment, and then everyone laughs, of course. And then he just talks about how much he loves Jada and that their love is so strong and challenges the rest of the world to basically love someone no matter what and be with them no matter what. My heart was breaking just listening to it because no matter how much you love someone, that doesn't mean you have to be with them if it's not healthy, which this definitely isn't. Like, it really seems like she resents Will. Like, it really fucking does. I think next step is going to be like full-blown cuckoldry while Will watches and is going to once again have to be on Jada's podcast and hear about it and put it on blast for the world to, you know, point and laugh at as a spectator sport. It just doesn't end. And they're also talking about maybe writing a book together, which I think is a horrible idea. Are they just humiliation swinger people? I don't know. I mean, Will's a weird guy too, of course. Like, he's done some weird shit, I know. But not like Jada, and not publicly rubbing it in her face all the time. That is what he called it. Unconditional love. That's what it was. Wonder how the kids feel about all this. Probably just doing their best to ignore it would be my guess. Do you remember when Will Smith said he had so much sex he puked when he came? Yeah. Which I don't believe. That's just like some kind of lie a frat douchebag would make up at some point. Man, I fucked so much pussy I can't stop puking. So I don't really believe him on that, especially since he's been married to Jada for like 20 years. Longer than that, probably. I don't remember when they got married. It wasn't hyperbole. He said, I'll just pull up the quote. He literally said that he had so much sex that he would vomit from it. Here. I had sex with so many women, and it was so constitutionally disagreeable to the core of my being that I developed a psychosomatic reaction to having an orgasm. It would literally make me gag and even vomit. Here. Which I just don't believe him at all. I thought they had an open relationship. That's just a theory, a game theory right now. I think it's just a rumor. Jada seems to indicate that they haven't been together for like 7 years now, but it seems like Will still thinks they are, because even Jada, I think what was her quote? I think she said, "I was surprised when Will called me his wife." I think that's what she said. So Will very much still doesn't, like, I think he's finding out the same way we are that they're not together. Like, that's definitely not something I think they're on the same page about. Let me pull that up. I think that's what she said. Yeah. Jada Pinkett Smith said she was shocked that Will Smith called her his wife after slapping Chris Rock. Oh my god, that's gotta be awful. He is married to his biggest Twitter troll. Oh, let me just, here. I'm gonna go back to finding this, because this actually hurt me. I need to find the video. I don't know why these articles don't just fucking link it. Oh, here we go. Thanks for coming through, TikTok.
Our union is a sloppy public experiment.
Right you are, Will. An unconditional love.
It is a sloppy public experiment in unconditional love.
Yes, yes. You find yourself a wife that hates you half as much as Jada hates you.
Can you?
And you'll be a happy
love
man.
Somebody forever, no matter what.
The answer should be no. Well, you can love someone forever no matter what, absolutely. But that doesn't mean you should be with them forever no matter what. If your wife is actively fucking other dudes and humiliating you every chance you get when you don't want her doing that, you probably are better off not being there. You can still love that person, sure. That's natural. But that is still just not good for you, my man. It is just not good for you. But yeah, so I won't play the whole thing for you, but basically his whole speech is about how unconditional love should trump all of the other hoopla. So everything that Jada's been talking about, yes, it was a little off-putting to him because he was on vacation, so when he came back, all of the news started hitting him all at once. But at the end of the day, he loves her, and he's happy, in his words, I guess. I don't believe him. I really don't. But hey, if he is happy, all power to him. That is some weird shit. I don't know why I'm so invested in their relationship. It is just the most baffling thing I've ever seen put on public display, like, on their own accord. Like, she, and him, are both just yapping about it every chance they get. This is information you couldn't torture out of me in Guantanamo Bay. If I had this kind of situation developing, you couldn't get it out of me. Wonder Woman's lasso of truth couldn't get this information out of me. And here she is writing a book about it. He's giving a speech about it. Like, it blows my mind. Drama equals publicity. Yeah, that's what I've tossed that little tomato around, like, in my head about, like, maybe this really is just all for publicity. But it's like the worst publicity ever for Will. He's already been outcasted from Hollywood for the slap, and now he's getting outcasted from the good graces of society for the way his wife treats him and the way that he seemingly doesn't like it, but still lets it go and stays in the relationship that he doesn't seem happy in. This is so fucking parasocial. I'm so fucking parasocial with this. Like, it doesn't seem like publicity you'd want as Will. Or even Jada. Because Jada's become like one of the most hated women on the planet from all of this. You're so invested. I know, it's pathetic. It is so pathetic. I can't help myself. It's so weird. And I'm drawn to weird goofiness like mosquitoes to pile of shit in the rain. It's just, I don't know. It's something I can't look away from here. It's all a skit, bro. It's all a skit. My man, she literally fucked his... She fucked their son's friend and then told Will about it to his face where he nearly broke into tears on her podcast. This is the worst skit ever. And that's crazy method acting. Because they were steaming ham together. That ain't no, like, thespian type troupe. But yeah, like I said, I'm way too invested in this fucking relationship, man. It's so weird to me. And it makes me giggle. Well, giggle and cry, kinda.